Hello everyone and welcome to the map Oceanborn. Today we'll be taking a look at a highlight professional match of StarCraft 2. Here, the upper left corner, we begin this fine match. A red Zerg player, red drones belonging to Rogue. And the Terran opponent landing here to the bottom right and claiming said resources, none other than GuMiho. You get that gas, GuMiho. Barracks in your own base though. Madness. Maddening, I say. This match was recommended to me by some of you beautiful viewers, wonderful intellectuals that you are. This must be a good one. I'm intrigued. Always intrigued, I'll say, given the two names. I probably would have chosen this even on my own accord. But hey, we're skipping right to it, I'll say. Hatch gas pool. Things looking oddly normal so far. Perhaps not an explosive early game proxy situation. Cataclysmic level madness. Not yet. Not yet. You hold on to your possibly carbonated beverage there. Just normal command center. Okay, it's a Reaper. Expand. Standard Zerg game. I'm going to have to be entertaining these first couple minutes, maybe. Unless GuMiho can snag a few drone kill. Both of these players, the expectation's a little tough to call. Great shot of the mule coming down. GuMiho, like, when you think of most Terrans, you talk about, Maru, you talk about Clem, you talk about Hero Marine, the standard, the tried and true, fan favorites, you could call it. You kind of know what to expect getting in there. You know there's going to be a lot of Marines, some great, micro, you're doing the splits, the stutter stepping abound. GuMiho, though, a little bit of more of a wild card, I would say, because we don't quite know 100% what is going to come out. Is it going to be bio? Is it going to be mech? The Reaper snags a link kill and decides to go up towards the main base. Really should get out of here at this point, though. And didn't even deny the third base. So get the one Zergling kill, just being annoying. Making sure that Rogue is honest. Rogue did make an extra set of lings. He's down to 5, which means he had 6. You math lovers, you Zerg math lovers there. GuMiho, where was I? I was saying a little bit more of a wild card. Could be, could be mech, could be madness. Rogue, likewise, a little similar in the sense of not too sure. Like, Rogue has been known to really pull the trigger on some aggressive moves. I would say akin, similar to Dark, where at some point they just like hit a button, flip a switch, and there's lings streaming across, things have gone wild, and people are probably going to lose their depot walls that are not here yet, I know. Scouting Zergling will be denied and will take its anger out on the SCV's GuMiho's workers, well equipped and prepared for battle, though. We'll be totally fine. Reaper's still intact with its 1 kill. Will rejoin the Hellions here. Going up for a little bit of map control. Rogue, that Roach Warren is a little early. Slightly, though. Not detrimental, just an intriguing choice. Usually we could see it at the same time as the lair, closer to 4 to 430 range, but interested to see. He is making a few roaches from it, so Rogue, it could just be to deny these Hellions, because of course Queens and Lynx, they're great, of course, ideal for this early setup when you're trying to maintain a high drone production, but at some point they're gonna start to fall off. Were GuMiho going for something more like a 2-1-1 style, a lot of Marines getting the stem, Queens suddenly not so strong, not so powerful, but don't tell them I said that. I don't need that anger, I don't need that fury. The Hellions, of course, deal with Lings very well. GuMiho went up to 8 Hellions, too. So, the choice to go for Roaches may actually really help out, really pay off here. There's 3 right now on the field. Not a whole lot else, though. The Queens and the Roaches show themselves. A little bit of defense. GuMiho, undeterred, though, just going to go right for the natural. Rogue, having to shuffle around. Keep everybody moving. Keep all the Queens, the Roaches in motion. There are a few Lings do make their way across the other side. Boys will be pulled. I said GuMiho's got battle workers, and he's ready to use them. 5 SCVs in total. Not actually terrible. I'd say traded, I call it 10 Lings there for 5 SCVs. I think that's a pretty decent trade. Because at this point, I mean, what are 10 Lings going to do up against 8 Hellions? Absolutely nada should be your answer, I would hope. We got high ground. Oh, we do have high ground vision. GuMiho went for a Banshee. Just one Banshee Liberator. It looks like it attempted to do a little bit of work. It got 1 kill before the Spore Crawler seems to have shooed it away. You were so close to being able to block that. We would have respected you so much more, Zergling, if you had been able to do that. It's okay, though. We'll remember it. It was a nice attempt. It was right on the edge, to be fair. If GuMiho had just misplaced the command center slightly, it would have been perfect. The Banshee does make its way across. Again, just 1 Banshee. No cloak, right? No cloak. GuMiho, it could be a little bit of a fake here, trying to make Rogue prepare for Banshee aggression. I have been seeing that more across a few fields, a few opportunities. People getting cloak, hyperflight, multiple starport, Banshee. Long gone are the days where the Banshee is just a defensive tool. No, people out here getting hyperflight and it didn't making good work with them, I would say. 1-1, Shield's about to finish up. GuMiho's Marines finally feel comfortable to step outside of the front lawn and will immediately regret it. Ooh, not even enough medevacs to pick up all of the Marines. A couple of them will be, unfortunately, left behind as hopefully peace offerings to Rogue's Roaches. The Roaches. What do we got now? Rogue, I mean, they're both really just kind of teching up. GuMiho did land the 3rd, he got it mostly saturated. Moving up, barracks count is higher, so GuMiho gonna probably step the pedal onto the barracks, the bio composition. Might not be seeing mech at this point. Rogue, on the other hand, really wanting to hunt down these Marines. He's sick of having to deal with that, apparently. Second group's gonna cause a little bit of trouble, though. Rogue's moving up the tech tree as well. Lurkers on the way, ranged upgrades, Hydras, aka Lurker Larva for you all. I'll definitely get this building hatchery. Yeah, Rogue's gonna cancel it. He snipes off the drone. Rude. Hydras show up, do a little bit of damage, force the medevacs away. Not too much though, not too many losses. Liberator check. No change, still terrified, still petrified, and I still can't blame them for it. The Roaches do find the other group, initial group of Marines here. They're starting to take some losses down to roughly half of what they started with. GuMiho's going to have to pull back and perhaps reinforce them. The Hellions still kick in, this time in new form. Different, is that a new coat of paint? Or have you been working out here, Mr. Hellion? Switching over to Hellbat mode should provide a nice front line for the tanks. The Lurkers are here, though. They're going to burrow onto the high ground. It's up to the siege tanks at this point. GuMiho could set them up and would be able to force Rogue to vacate. Well, Rogue, already a little preemptive, is going to start to shift the Lurkers around. Creep tumors will be the only thing hurt at this point. Did the upgrade finish? Yeah, Seismic Spines did finish. Okay. More creep tumors going down to siege tanks. GuMiho clearly wants to move up, but decides to think better of it. Says, you know what? Actually, I tell Zerg players don't go up a ramp into siege tanks. Terrans, Don't go up a ramp into lurkers. Okay. Take your time. Pull back and play it a little more methodically, slowly, I suppose. I'm sorry. It's a lot of OVs, feels like suddenly here. I guess it's normal. Rogue's just maxing out. GuMiho splits up the groups, gonna have to force the lurkers to try to move around, handle a bit of defense. That hatchery is toasted, roasted, cooked, and oven baked. Not even cancelled, just killed straight up. GuMiho gonna try to focus another one down. That's a lot of roaches, though. He will get the hatchery and get out. The Overseer gets here just in time to stare angrily as the medevacs flee. GuMiho, that's a lot. That's a lot of Marines, dog. Carpet bomb them into the main base. Zerg forces get to the defense. The lurkers will be here, and that should wrap up the defense for Rogue. Not losing too much. Queen, Extractor, in change. How much gas is even here? 1470. Actually, that's plenty. Definitely want to continue that. Picking off a few drones at the 4th base location. Lurkers already here for the defense, so nothing too damaging, nothing too drastic gonna come from that. Now, I know I saw him. Okay. Well then. The Overseer's looking around. Little bit of an obvious tell here, Rogue. Like, huh. Why is that Overseer speeding through the main base? Does GuMiho know about the Nidus? No, had actually danced all the way around the 4th, the main, the natural here. Did not actually find the Nidus networks there, so. Those are not droppers. Those are Overseers. Huh? What? What is this? What are we trying to, like, imposter syndrome here? Changelings don't have an attack. They do distract, I suppose. And if you get enough of them, you can, like, hold position the ramp and try to block reinforcements, maybe. Oh my gosh. He's maxed out, and he's making 16 OVs. Is this a thing? Is this why you guys sent this to me? You recommended this one? Do we? What is this mass? Overseer? Changelings? I'm very unnerved by this development. Rogue getting on the offensive, turning up the dial for aggression. Oh, Nidus Worm erupts and discovered just as quickly. Lurkers not quite close enough to actually help out there. I think Rogue might be a little nervous about some siege tanks. They're not really that close though. But Rogue may not have known that. Oh, the Changelings. Quickly discovered, quickly dealt with. GuMiho, despite having plenty of Marines, says, those are not my Marines. Yeah. I think it might be for the distraction. Just, it's an extra thing to deal with. It's not that much of an investment, I suppose, for Rogue to just quickly slap down 13 Changelings at a time. Sensor tower will be destroyed. Yeah. The Changeling hit squad here. High-sec auto-tracking, building armor. It looks like GuMiho might be locking everything down. And a nuke. Well, I don't mind if I do. Nuclear missile coming up. Does he have ghosts? He's got a few. 6 ghosts. More likely on the way. Parasitic bomb goes out. Viking pulled away and landed. Stellar micro coming from the Terran. And then lifting right back up right next to the parasitic bomb. So you imagine that a storm comes, you just land, don't deal with it, you walk like 5 feet to the left and then lift back up and you're totally fine. It's Florida weather, I'm assuming, because it always rained for like 15 minutes in one spot and then it was fine everywhere else. I'm sorry, 28 Overseers. You heard me. 28 overseers here. Roaches, lurkers, juggling around. GuMiho's ghost snipe squad getting a little bit of damage. More just forcing them away, and the time has come. Rogue is going to attempt the Nidus in the main. It doesn't look like it'll actually really go anywhere though. GuMiho sees it. GuMiho's got it. They will surface though. Nothing comes out. The burrow. Rogue turning up the dial on the distraction plays. A lot of changelings, Nidus worms burrowing the roaches, freeing up supply for more lurkers, you say? That's 25 lurkers on the field. What is this lurker overseer composition? What is pulled? Once again, GuMiho's battle workers show themselves, taking out the Nidus worm. Few SCVs actually being picked off, but that's over here, where the horde of lurkers is doing a bit of damage. The one Banshee. Is this the same Banshee? Yes, this is the one Banshee that's been alive for a very long time, and doesn't look like it's going to have a whole lot of predators or threats. The base actually does have to be lifted. Lurkers did crawl their way up to the Terran's field there. Another worm attempted. Still not really getting much done with it. Rogue hasn't even been filling them. That's what makes me think that it's more of a distraction play. The changelings are just all over the place. Nidus worms coming up and forth. The overseers, I'm sorry, 44 overseers? Like, well, overseers don't cost supply, so what if I just block his screen? Then he can't micro. It's a strategy. If I don't zoom out, I mean, that's like a solid half the screen if they would quit stacking. Not a terrible idea, I suppose. Very Silver League thinking, though, if that's the goal. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Just block the screen. I can no longer figure out exactly what's underneath. It's an idea. It's a strategy. I'm sure somebody's had it. Oh my gosh, the amount of changelings. We have no way of monitoring the amount of changelings in the game. I don't think so. Maybe the SC2 replay stats would be able to tell me the total number of changelings, but we don't have a way to see it in this mode. I'm gonna have to take a look at that, because this is absurd. Drones are dying. Where are drones dying? Ah, Liberators. 9 kills on the Liberator. Very nice. GuMiho actually getting to shift everything around a little bit. Still hasn't been able to secure this base, though. I'm actually a little nervous for GuMiho for that sake. The economy taking a little bit of a hit. They both have a decent bank set up, and Rogue is still trying these distractionary tactics. 13 drones have fallen. The next wave of changelings hits the field. It's like a tower defense mission for changelings. Lurkers burrow, immediately target down the orbital. One of them will be lost, one of them will be lifted. The planetary also killed off before the ghost squad gets to here to help out. GuMiho taking a few more losses, and every loss, it does help Rogue a little bit. The cost efficiency is in GuMiho's favor, but not, like, terribly. They're relatively even. The Lurker's notoriously efficient and cost effective. Could work out. A couple more Niduses. The changeling convention here in the main base of the Terran. There's still nothing in these, though. Oh, he is filling them, actually. And they're gonna unload Lurkers in the main base at this point. Nuclear missile's gonna be launched. GuMiho's on main base. You're nuking yourself, GuMiho. I don't even know where the ghost is. Oh, he's up here. Okay. He nuked himself to deal with the Nidus worms. Lurkers still alive, though, still causing a bit of damage. The changelings and Banes are killing the ghosts out in the field. More Nidus Swarms coming up. Things just kind of went sideways. Erupted the main base of the Terran in metaphorical and literal flames, nuking yourself. What'd you think was going to happen? You set your own buildings on fire. Rogue is going to take the victory with yeah, that Mass Lurker Overseer, a Changeling squad into distractionary Nidus Worms. Oh boy. Okay, well, I can see why this was recommended to me. Apparently, Zergs are going to have all sorts of fun with these ideas and tactics, so if you actually play ladder, good luck. Thank you all for the recommendation, for watching today. I hope you have a great day.